A man called Bet rode a motorcycle at high speed. Bet stopped at a place and then picked up a woman from a dark place and put her in a car. Van. Somewhere unknown, a woman without clothes took off the clothes of an unconscious woman and then used her clothes. This woman did not have a name and was called Female. On top of a house covered with fog, several lights were seen like spaceships, but it was not known for sure what it was. Then Female went downstairs and saw Bet unloading a motorcycle from his car, and Female got into the van and Bet left the place. Female came to a mall to shop for clothes and makeup. Then Female drove a car and drove around looking for someone until she arrived at a street. Female saw a man alone, and Female pulled the car over and asked the man for an address. Female asked where the post office was located. This man told her that the post office was still far from this place, and it would be difficult to tell the way to Female. This man could not take Female because he had an appointment with a woman. Female could ask other people again after reaching the T-junction. Then Female walked again and approached other men. Female asked where the post office was until at one place, Female met a man and said that she was lost because this man was on foot. Finally, Female offered him a ride. This man asked what Female was carrying. Female explained that she was going to deliver furniture to the post office. After a while, the man had gotten out of Female's car and continued traveling, and for some reason was still looking for men on the side of the road. Female met a handsome man, and coincidentally, the man was not married. Female took him to a place and saw Female flirting with him. The man entered into a different dimension but didn't realize it. Then the man sank and disappeared. Female left the place and drove her car again. Sometime later, Female saw a man who was swimming at the beach. Female asked the man, "Where is the good surfing spot in this area?" In the distance, a small child was seen swimming into the middle of the sea, and his father was chasing him. Then this man ran to help the child. Female just watched them from a distance with a sharp gaze without doing anything. However, the man's efforts failed. The man could only help the father, and the child disappeared in the waves. Female approached the man and took him to the car because the man fainted. Seen Bet packing up the tent of the man swimming in the sea. Bet also took the towel of the man carried by Female. At a red light, a man was flirting with Female, but Female was not interested. Female saw a man crossing the street alone. Then she parked the car and followed the man. Female met a group of women who suddenly invited Female to join them. They went to a discotheque. Sometime later, the man Female was following approached her. This man said that he liked Female. Then this man said he would treat her to a drink when they danced. Suddenly, this man moved to a different dimension, but she did not realize it. The man took off his shirt and pants because he saw Female taking off his shirt. The man saw another man in the dimension. Suddenly, his body became dry, leaving only his skin. And the man was also this man moved to a different dimension, but he didn't realize it. The man took off his shirt and pants because he saw Female taking off her clothes. The man saw another man in the dimension. Suddenly, his body became dry, leaving only his skin, and the man also experienced the same thing. Sometime later, someone approached Female and gave a flower. This man said that someone in the car gave this to Female. In the flower, there was a blood spot, and it was the blood of the man who delivered the roses. On the radio, it was reported that a man's body was found by the beach. His son and wife were reported missing. Police suspect that the man drowned in the sea for several days. After that, Female took the new man into her car. Female took the man to an old and neglected-looking house. The man entered, and probably the man drowned like the men before him. Sometime later, Bet met Female. Bet just looked at Female without saying a word, then left Female. Female walked with a blank look, then suddenly fell down. The people around helped Female, but Female did not seem to respond to what happened to her. Then Female looking for a new victim. Several men approached Female to rob her. Female did not feel afraid, but instead was confused about what they were doing. Female did not know that she was currently being robbed. Then Female left. Female met a man with a tumor on his face and asked for an address. Female also gave him a ride to the man. Female asked the man if he had any friends or family. The man explained that since he got sick, no one wanted to be friends with him, and his family left him alone. Female said that Female was very lonely and wanted to have a relationship with a man, but the man did not believe her looking like that. There was no way a woman would want to be with him. Female also said that she had a place not far from this place, then offered the man to come with female. Sometime later, the man entered a house and moved to a different dimension. The man walked close to female and sank. An alien figure was seen with a black and creepy body. Female came out of the place and looked in the mirror not long after. The man also came out of the house, naked, and went away from the house. Bet went to a house and broke the car window looking for something, and Bet approached the man who had a tumor on his face. Bet took the man by cars. Someone saw the incident from the window of the house, but Bet was not worried at all. Female drove a car and arrived at a place where the place was covered with fog. Then female stopped the car and walked. Bet was also seen in the house where female acted. Female came to a restaurant while eating a cake. Female could not swallow and spit out. Everyone in the restaurant saw her and considered her a freak. Female walked and met someone who told her that the bus would be coming soon. Then female sat at a bus stop while riding the bus. The driver said that the weather here was very cold. Is female not cold without a jacket? Then someone approached female and asked if female was okay, but female did not respond at all and seemed to have a blank look in her eyes. The man took female shopping. He also lent female his jacket. Then the man took female to his house. Female looked at the TV and looked surprised. Then the man took female to his room. The man allowed female to spend the night here. Female took off her clothes and looked in the mirror as if admiring her own body. On the other hand, Bet and her biker friends were gathered, but it seems that they separated and took different paths. The man took female for a walk around the house to an old building. Sometime later, the man and female were in the room and were going to have a relationship, but it seemed that female did not know how to grow crops. The man taught female to grow crops, but female felt something strange and left the house running towards the forest. In the forest, female met a lumberjack man who was walking around. The man asked what female was doing here. Female said that she was just walking around. The man asked female to be careful where she stepped because the ground was very slippery and not to go too far into the forest because she could get lost. Bet and her friends were still driving around looking for female's location. Female saw a house in the forest and female approached it. Female entered and slept in the house. Sometime later, the lumberjack man approached female and woke her up. Female attacked him out of fear and fled into the forest. Then female found a truck carrying wood and tried to steal the truck, but female could not start the car. The lumberjack man found out and approached female. When the man opened female's shirt and touched her skin, female's skin peeled off. This made the man a little confused, and then the man ran back to the truck. Female's skin was peeled off, and it turned out that an alien figure with a pitch black color was under female's skin. The lumberjack man returned and doused the creature with gasoline and then set it on fire from a distance. The female saw the incident. At the end of the story, female melted from burning. This movie is one of the most unique movies and requires a lot of patience in order to enjoy the plot, because this movie makes the audience string and conclude the story themselves. Where in the whole film the name of the main character is never mentioned. The conversation in this film is also very little and without a complete explanation. The core of this film tells the story of aliens who come to Earth using human skin to socialize with humans and learn to live like humans so that their skin lasts a long time and still looks like a human. This alien preys on men, absorbing their entire body to be used as energy. But not all men can be absorbed by their body, only men who are human. However, not all men can be absorbed by their bodies. Only men who have a normal physique can be absorbed by their bodies. While humans who have diseases cannot, female seduces men and manipulates with her beauty until one day someone finds that behind a beautiful skin, there is a terrible alien figure. Finally, female was burned alive by a motorcyclist called Bet. A biker called Bet is most likely also an alien who uses the body of a man and has been on Earth longer. Bet helps female adjust to Earth life and always covers female's tracks in doing her actions to survive. but Bet found that female died from being burned at the end of the movie. Bet came too late to save her. For the full movie and more details, please watch the movie entitled Under the Skin. This movie was released in 2013